can tell, boy. I tell you, you is the worst one if I ever met one in my life. You is terrible.
At least I tell you that.
You lied, though. I mean, no, you didn't. You just took a shot at me. Yeah, we lied.
We lied.
Look at this. I can't live like this.
I had to practice.
I can't live like this. This is it, family.
This is it. This is the pre-election day close out.
Ooh.
I'm closing out with the Weaver and the Weaverette.
This is about to be a wild show already.
I'm so tired, man.
I see this.
I'm tired. I thought I wanted to go live all day, and I did. Y'all thought I was gonna say I didn't. I did. Left every minute of it.
Thank you for allowing me to be on this show. I guess y'all brought in the closing picture.
You know. Yeah.
The Mariano of the Marriott.
Yes.
If money talk off, what about to hear me out? You hear me?
Thank you for joining us on Death Row podcast tonight.
Yeah. I'm not a hustler's hope. I'm not a pipe dream.
Oh, okay then.
When they speak of victory tomorrow, that's what they might mean. Okay, listen. All right, okay.
We freestyling here because I gotta be a mic. Y'all better vote right.
Hey, listen, y'all go share this video. I know we started out being funny, but this is a serious show, and I got a lot of stuff to get off my chest. Some things that, can y'all hear me out there?
Yeah, come on, man. Okay. I've been talking all day.
Thank you. I can go.
We can switch seats. You want to switch seats?
Yeah. Let's switch seats.
Hold on. I've been. Okay. Come on now. You come out this way. Because I've been talking all day long.
All right.
People know I can. I can talk all day. Shut up, Jeremy.
You can. I mean, you have been. You've been live all day.
All day. I sit here with my sister from another Mister.
Right.
Let's get serious.
We need some share. Like, okay. We need some people sharing this stuff. I can't go live for another 41 days. So that's let me get that off my chest right there. So this has been a interesting campaign to say the least, since I've joined the team, so to speak, ever since the incident at the ATM. And I want to talk about that for a moment. Let's talk about
what happened, because people don't know what
a lot of people don't know about the incident at ATM. I've talked about it before. But before I go into the incident at the ATM, I want to actually let me talk about the incident at the ATM, because I was going to talk about the ABC 12 Sheldon Neely receiving death threats and things of that nature, because I felt like that was a shot at me. But anyways, I was downtown at a Zolo bar drinking, as I usually do, and I wound up needed some money, so I wound up going over to the ATM, and the mayor, Sheldon Neely, was about 75 feet to the south of the Elga ATM on Saginaw Street. And he saw me and he says, whose card are you using? And I turned around and I looked at him, funny, like, who are you talking to? Like, first off, we're not friends.
Right.
We're not next of kin.
Right.
Don't speak to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't even know my life for you to even be speaking towards me. Now, if you were my Facebook friends, you may have known my life. So you were taking secondhand information and just throwing shots, unmayor-like, I thought. So I allowed the situation to transpire, and I slept on it for 4 days, but I do suffer from schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type. And I just asked this guy for an apology. As a mayor, I felt like you should. Yeah, I felt like you should be held to a higher standards. Even if you look at me as a lower class citizen, I pay taxes here. I may not live here, 24/7. I live in Detroit, but you owe me an apology, I thought. And I figured, because he knows my cousin was working on this campaign, that he would give me an apology. He did not give me an apology, and I was like, you know what? Let me go hard on this person like I know I can. Not that I'm wishing this guy any violence, because I don't believe in violence, first off. And this is my last time ever going to talk about this coward. Ever.
Right.
You know,
Ever.
because even if he was to win, which I don't believe he deserves to win, because I'll go into that in a moment. I want the best for the city of Flint.
Absolutely.
You know, and I believe the best for the city of Flint is Dr. Karen Weaver. And the reason why I say this guy, I expose him to be a liar in all instances of life.
Yeah.
You know, we can go out there and say it to this day. If you look at the Fox News story about his education, I was the one that exposed that. I don't know if you, okay. I thought people knew it. I just didn't go out there.
Oh, I'm so
I
proud
didn't go out there and say it, right?
Right.
But I had to not only expose Sheldon Neely for being a liar, but showing how the media here is corrupt.
Yes.
You know, so people want to talk about, you know, Kyrie and Kanye and the media is controlling and the Jewish people. You know, a black person owns ABC 12 and he's right out of Detroit. So
Right.
you can't talk about ABC 12. You can't blame this. You can't blame this on the Jewish people.
Wow.
It's owned by a black person. And had I been thinking about it, I could have reached out to this guy, because
I'm sure you could have.
yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it until I started doing the research. But you know, a lot of this stuff, I sent this information to WNEM, Fox. I sent it to ABC 12, and you understand the thing about it is that they didn't respond to the article. So I said, you know what? I can go around y'all. I know that this is wrong. Any other city, I know y'all was suppressing information here. So not only did I want to prove that he was a liar, they don't even do the right things in the city of Flint. They didn't even question who his staffer was. They don't go and say, you know, they don't do journalistic work here, but you will put this guy on TV every single day for things that don't even make sense, where you shouldn't even be on TV.
Right.
He was on TV for saving a lady's life, supposedly.
He was walking down the street.
Smelled, he was just happened to be campaigning, and they, you know, I work in camera work and things of that nature. You don't pan zoom on his Neely sign just to be able to, if you actually saved this lady's life, kudos to you, but I don't believe you, because you are a liar and you are a coward, and there is no way that the news station could get there that fast. This was already set up. And he does these types of things just to get in the news, to have a unfair balance. He uses a pulpit pit, but he didn't really want to be on TV, because if he did, he would have had a debate.
Yeah.
He's scared.
He's scared, for sure.
He was scared that all his lies were going. You're going to access. He's saying people are terrorists and Facebook bullies, but at the end of the day, he has people with fake pages terrorizing you guys.
Yeah.
I've seen it, you know, and not one time did any of these cowards say anything to me. I was talking about this guy every single day, and I'm going to get back to, they never said anything to me. Why is that?
Because I couldn't handle you.
They didn't want to say anything to me. None of these people.
He said, leave him alone.
But they were talking about y'all every single day. Like if y'all made a post,
I was running for mayor.
yeah, like you were running for mayor, and that's the problem. Like that's the problem with Flint, that is divide and things of that nature. What
he wants to control everything, a control audience.
Okay, I'm undifferent.
Undifferentiated.
That's a big word for me.
Oh, shit. Undifferentiated.
I got a list.
Undifferent. You got college. Both of y'all.
Can you say that word out loud, fella? Break it down in syllables for me. But anyways, moving on. I can say it for real if I really wanted to. I just don't want to.
Every time I get on here with Adrian.
That one unword. So going back further, right? So let me get back to the main thing why I feel like Dr. Karen Weaver is the better choice for mayor. Yeah. Jesus, I'm not even gonna breathe.
God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jesus. We're in a small room. But anyways, let me get into the reason why undifferentiated. You see it? Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Philip.
Undifferentiated.
Yeah, you say it.
All right, thank you, Philip.
Philip the man.
My guy.
Woo.
My guy. So reason why I think Dr. Karen Weaver is the best choice, because I think about the tangibles in the city, and I think about things like the things that people actually care about. Like, I don't care about a street being renamed. I don't care about if one of my family members die and you send a resolution because you're sending it to everybody. What I care about is things that affected me while I lived in the city of Flint, and that was the pipes being fixed.
Right.
And I remember, like I said, I think it's this hair I have that allowed me to remember and recall. And we're gonna use that word again, recall, because if when she wins, I'm not gonna say if. When she wins, there's gonna a lot of council people need to be recalled. We're gonna go into that. We're going at the moment. Getting back to these pipes for a moment. All right. Getting back to these pipes. I remember him saying in 2019 that these pipes should have been fixed. Here we are on the cusp of 2023.
Cusp.
I like that word, right?
I like that.
On the cusp of 2023, and the pipes still aren't fixed. Yeah. You know, and this is not saying he had 80% of the pipes to replace. This is not saying he had 50% of the pipes to replace. He didn't even have 30% of the pipes to replace. He only had 15% of the pipes to replace, and he failed to do that. That's failure number one. You're a liar. That's failure number two. You are inside of a cover-up right now. Where you
cover-ups.
Well, I'm just going to speak on one cover-up that I know for a fact. Yeah. 100% certain. The fire on Pulaski Street. Yeah. I know 100% certain that you overrode this.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to give him one cover-up. But what I'm saying is, when you take all these things in totality, he has a mindset where he doesn't take responsibility. So if I couldn't say the word undifferentiated, and I say, hey,
look, a compulsive liar.
And I say, hey, you know what? The reason why I couldn't say this word is because Philip spelled it wrong. Even though he didn't spell it wrong. He spelled it correct. But this is what I'm saying. This is what Neely would say because he doesn't accept responsibility. And that's a problem. That's a character flaw. And all of these character flaws are being exposed. When crime is up throughout the city. I don't care what they say. We had the record amount of crime in 2021 with 67 homicides.
Yep.
67. So if crime is down, it's down from that record you set.
Exactly.
And then, think about this. Prior to the 67 homicides, he came within 2 deaths, homicides, of setting the record in 2020. A lot of people don't even talk about this. And we are talking about when people were inside the house for a pandemic.
Yeah.
He wants to continuously blame everyone for his shortcomings. I know he's short.
But Weaver got us off of that crime list.
You know, and the thing about this is, and I say this, you know, the city was divided, right? And I think about it.
Keep going.
Sorry, I keep dropping stuff. They keep. What are y'all doing?
Oh, man, I'm helping y'all.
Okay, so the city is divided.
He told me I couldn't drink more pop.
Even in 2019, we were against each other. Yeah. I was really playing an active role, like I think even more so than I did this last few moments in which I became involved in this campaign, right? And we are able to sit down and talk. That shows that a person led us to talk, because I wouldn't have talked to you or anybody that I've talked to. I wouldn't have talked to Art. I wouldn't have talked to Tanya Burns. I wouldn't have talked to Dorian. I wouldn't have talked to Egypt. I wouldn't have talked to nobody. I had a real, in my mind, a Tupac and Biggie style beat. But she was able to say, hey, I can sit down and talk with these people. I didn't even know that they were even going to help her out. I'm just saying, me as a person, I wouldn't even I almost cuss y'all because I'm real like a thug. But this is uncensored. But I wouldn't have cared if I wouldn't have that respect for her to say, hey, you know what, I'm willing to speak to these people.
And she did that.
That's just how I'm cut.
Because of y'all. She said, how can I be a leader and not lead by example? She did that for her people, for her daughter, for her son. She did that for y'all. And I call you your son because you always here.
So it's like the polar opposite with him, right?
Yeah.
So
he didn't even tell us he knew you.
It's crazy. I tell people I knew Sheldon Neely before I even knew Dr. Weaver. Oh. So he's the polar opposite. Instead of sending me an apology, which I thought I was due, he sent the police. Mm-hmm. You didn't send just as easy as now you went to, I'm hearing stories, and this is just rumors, but he loves to throw out unsubstantiated rumors. I heard he went to the local police here first, and they said, you don't have a case. Then he went to the state police, and the state police, I have it. I can play the recording where they said, talking to my lawyer, they said, I don't think this is going anywhere, but, I have to come out because the higher power sent him out. Like nobody, listen, I don't even care about this guy's life to try to even threaten him. Right. Like I really do not. The only reason why I'm attacking this guy so ferociously, because I don't live here. Now in 2019, it was a complete difference. I lived here, I was drinking the water. I real life had a genuine interest. Now I care about my friends and family that are still here, but not like that. I'm just being honest with y'all. Just being honest with y'all. Not for me to go this crazy to the psycho status of I'm messaging this guy every single day and I'm spending countless hours trying to get this guy out here. No, I'm
not sleeping.
And where I'm not even taking my medication. No, I'm trying to get this guy out here because he is a bad hombre. He is a bad seed. Terrible. He is not good for the city. You can't tell me one good thing he's done. Well, I can tell you one good thing. I'm not no complete hater. I did like the thing that he did for Clarissa Shields. I did. I'm just telling you.
Even he gave her a parade one year.
Me personally.
He comes back the next year and he gives her a key to the city and a street name change.
I'm just telling you.
None of that helped her when her cousin was laying out there in the street. None of that.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you.
None of it. I'm just telling you. I'm not a complete hater. I did like that. I believe she deserved that. Because like I said, we haven't had a person that's ever did what she did nowhere in the world. Mm-hmm. So like I said, she deserved that. So that's kudos to him. But at the end of the day, when you follow it up and you give 92 other keys out here, how is the city even safe?
Because everybody has a key to it.
Everybody has a key to it. And the thing is, he puts profit over the people. And he puts situations over just safety of the people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You did a helicopter for a photo op when you could have done things like hire more police officers, lit up the city with drones that Dr. Karen Weaver is talking about. Make this place a smart city. Mm-hmm.
He thought he was doing something with the little scooters that they closed out the township.
The scooters wasn't even his ideal. He might try to take credit for a lot of things because, like I said, he has this complex where he wants to take credit for everything.
The scooters weren't his idea.
The scooters were from some Kettering students.
Wait, you didn't even see that State of the City? That was like her State of the City.
Yeah, you didn't see the guys that got up there?
That was part of the last
one. The Kettering guys, the Kettering guys they were riding, they drove at the Capitol. And the reason why she chose the Capitol was because they didn't want us downtown.
Yeah.
Like our skin tone, our skin complexion.
What?
And that's the reason why she insisted that it be at the Capitol. I don't know if y'all probably don't even remember this, but the powers to be didn't want this skin color even downtown.
Yeah.
So
well, hold up. You mean to tell me that this supposedly melanated man, Neely, that's the mayor, his melanated is kind of he lacking some melanin in the mind. But you mean to tell me that I understand his voting base is the white people.
Okay.
I understand that, but he going against helping his own. I ain't saying you don't supposed to help all.
Yeah.
But he don't see the pain that the people on the north side, east side, poor people feeling.
You gotta understand when so I like to go into the lion's den. I like to go right directly the street that you stay on. They were passive aggressive. They didn't want to go over there because this is a street. No, I put up signs right next door to his house. I'm knocking up and down your street. I want you to see Weaver signs all around you. When I turned the corner from his house, he has a speed bump on his street. No other place had a speed bump in that area, but a speed hump. Sorry, correction. But when I turned the street, so you talking about, I don't know, 30 steps down, then to the left. I think that was maybe Chevrolet Street.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was trash taller than him piled up on the street. And I'm like, if I'm a mayor and I really, truly care about my city, I would have this trash removed.
Well, I said the same thing.
So if I
stay off of Welch, your street.
And I don't even want to call it trash. I want to call it what it is, blight. So I went through there today. It was cleaned up today. Well, somewhat. There was, regular, like someone, but it was taller than Shaq, this amount of trash. And I was like, there's no way this guy lives there. But I did see him pull up on the street that day. He probably got word that we were in his neighborhood. And like I said, this guy, getting back to the local media here, right? So I ran commercials against this guy. So they didn't respond to this information that I was sending to him about his lack of education. But you know what? When you go out there to give them a check to run advertisements on their platform, they have no problem accepting it right away.
Absolutely.
And they were calling me back every single day. So that's when I said, wow, the local media. So I'm grateful that, you have things like 810 News Media Group.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful for Wyntis. I'm grateful for John O. Snow or John Snow Show. I'm grateful for a lot of these media companies that are showing the real true plights of Flint, because they out here making people think that crime is just not happening. It's being responded to.
Right.
Because you got signs. You got signs when you go into downtown and you got crime is down 40%. You gonna lie to me every single day when I gotta look outside of a hotel?
And we had 2 shootings yesterday.
I mean, there was shootings. Did
a baby get shot yesterday?
An 8-year-old.
You don't even hear about this stuff. But now you log on to ABC 12 and you see mayor being threatened because Nancy Pelosi's husband got hit in the head.
Didn't he work for ABC 12?
He worked for ABC 12.
Ain't that a conflict of interest?
Man, so anytime you work for a news station, they're supposed to disclose this information, and they're not disclosing. But that's another lawsuit for another time and another fight after.
Tomorrow.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean that's cool. Yeah, that's for another time and another fight. After she wins, but I want to talk about these council members that just blindly follow him like a sheep, and they say Eric Mays can't imitate their voice, but I can on this show. This Uncensored, right? Uncensored. So these guys be like, yeah, this don't sound right. I ain't got the like all of the numbers, but let's just push this through, y'all. What is we doing? Let's give these people 2.7 million. These people have been coming here to council, and let's just give it to them. And Eric May and Arthur Woodson, I do look nice. I am dressed well. I am looking nice. I comb my hair every day. I put on my freshest cologne. I ain't worried about. I'm not worried about Eric Mays. What are you saying? Let's just pass this $2.7 million budget. So then, on the contrast, you get somebody that says, "Hey, my roof is messed up. I heard that they have ARPA dollars for this," and they just.
You know what got me that night? when he said they was passing that little funky $300 credit through.
Yeah.
And everybody said, "Oh, I wish I could give him more. I wish I could give him more."
That was Dennis Pfeiffer.
Dennis Pfeiffer. I wish I could give him more. And Liddell, we wish that we could do more.
We can do more.
So Murphy's May said, "Shit, we can. Let's give him more. Let's give him 1,000. You know what? Let's give him $600 more." It was like,
No, Quincy Murphy went to hollering.
You know what's crazy to me? Is that the water crisis? I mean, this credit, for the water, right? I'm never one to look a gift horse in the mouth, but what I'm saying is this is $300. Right. It was only a total of between 6 to 7.6 million in total. During the Weaver administration,
no, 8.6 million.
Okay, 8.6. Mm-hmm. All right. During the Weaver administration, they gave out $42.7 million worth of water credit.
Yeah. This lady arguing, Linda Poley said today that was started before. That was before.
No. You can look this up. You can type in $42.7 million worth of water credits on Google. It will show up. It will show you a breakdown.
Hold on before you go any farther. So Linda Poley, right? So she was trying to give it to Mr. Dan Whalen, who poisoned us, because that's who was before.
She said it started in 2014.
This the same person who didn't even want to get this emergency manager all right, Dan Whalen. When they quit bringing them people up, I mean, liars.
So and then when you look at it, liars. You know what? Like I said, because you said I've been around Dr. Weaver a lot. I've seen people that are now endorsing Neely say, hey, these water pods are closed, but they have Flint fatigue. Flint fatigue? Like, what does that mean? I've heard Gretchen Whitmer say this shit. And I'm not telling people don't go vote for Gretchen because Tudor is crazy. But what I'm saying is you're not gonna get she didn't get my vote. She didn't get my vote.
That Trevor is watching the Gremlin, Trevor.
So this is how I know. Like I'm telling you, this is how I know that Dr. Weaver is a great person. Because had it been me running, I would have went and linked up with Tudor Dixon.
Yeah.
You ain't. But listen, I wouldn't have cared. Yeah. I would have said, you know what? But she took the high road, and that's why I said she's a much better person than I am.
Because I was reaching out to Tudor. I was joining Republicans.
No, listen. I joined Truth Social. I was rocking with the Republicans. That's how I was able to link up with Fox News to get that information on there. So that was the reason. But at the end of the day, that's why she is a great person, and she just really. But I've been around these people, and they said we have Flint fatigue, and people think so highly of the people that kept 90% of the people. Gretchen kept 90% of the people that poisoned Flint.
In place.
Tell them again. 90% of the people. So when Dr. Carol Weaver wound up going to the office, she said, dang, I don't even got to be introduced to anybody else.
Yeah.
How is this possible?
Yeah.
How is this possible? Y'all need to wake up. And that's the thing. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm either going to be in Flint for some extended days, or once she wins tomorrow, I'm out of here. And I tell people that because my job here is done. But if she wins, I want to do these recall languages against these people, because you got people, like I said, Liddell Lewis, that doesn't care. She thinks being a councilwoman is just, throwing parks and painting faces. No, being a councilwoman is showing up when a mother has lost their child and being respectful enough that you don't. Oh, I almost said something.
She told her to follow the process. Look,
I almost went in and on.
I almost went in and ask Mays this because I thought this wasn't new. Liddell taking credit for the MTA giving out free rides to voters tomorrow. Didn't we used to have that before?
Well, I'm gonna say this.
The woman don't know Powell is a pilot. Remember, she said.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. They didn't really allow. Right. She may have did that. And I don't like to take nothing from them, but what I am gonna take from her is her credibility of caring for the people. Because when she got up, if you go back and look at that day of the council meeting, I'm getting up and I'm actually recording her. You can see me recording her leaving out. The cousin of the mother that lost her children said, "You ain't gonna vote, Liddell? You ain't gonna."
Oh, no, she ran to the elevator.
She said, "You ain't." Yeah, she said, "You ain't gonna vote, Councilwoman Lewis." She's getting up, and you don't have the audacity. So not only did you not show up, and not only did you get up and walk away during the vote, He didn't even show up on the next special order meeting, and that's called for a recall. You can recall every last person that didn't show up. And I intend to follow this language. I don't know if it's gonna get them out of there, but I'm looking for good people in the second ward. I'm looking
Sister Audrey Young.
Yeah, Sister Audrey Young. I hope you want to run. Like I said, I will put some money behind your campaign. I'm looking at some people to get rid of Quincy Murphy.
Definitely. Yeah.
I don't know who we got over there in his ward, but it has to be somebody that wants to run against him because he's a piece of garbage. Trash. I mean, these people are trash. They are not helping the people under the disguise of helping the people. And it comes a time where you got to help yourself. And I tell people, don't even get mad. Go vote. Don't get mad.
Philip Lee said 3 meetings.
We read the same thing. 3 meetings not present as grounds by charter rules. Hell, they'll never get the votes.
Yeah, they've already done that. So I tell people, I say, have more times cut the grass. Yeah. So I tell people, if you people don't want to do the work, you don't want to help everyday citizens. Because I even look at the ARPA funds and how they're being spent. And we are spending the least amount of ARPA funds, like almost nationally, than any other city. They're using these things to really improve. I mean, invest in small businesses, public safety.
But you already said what land is.
But lying ass Neely. But when you got these people that's coming in and they are, I mean, you know what? I was at that meeting for 6 hours. I usually don't even go to council meetings, but I was going to support my friend that lost her children. But when you go there and sit for 6 hours and you put the needs of all people that's already millionaires and billionaire companies before the needs of the everyday people that, you know, are probably making $100,000 or less, probably way less than that. I'm just saying.
May said, Ashley Capital, they're not gonna have no problem getting their stuff.
As soon as Ashley Capital got their stuff, they said yes. And they high-fived and they were out of there.
And you will never see them again.
And then everybody was there though. All of the council people was there. But as soon as it came time to talk about this person, people say, hey, don't make this political. It was made political when you decide to override the Chief Barton's decision.
Yeah, that was political.
That was political. Because this guy, one of the Sanaki, piece of shit cowards hang together. Cowards take up for cowards.
Yep.
And this is what it is. So when this guy decided to, I don't even think, like I said, I went inside the house myself personally. The house was, I'm telling you, you go up the stairs, it's a hallway. You turn right. It was the parents' bedroom, or maybe, like I said, the father's bedroom right here. The kid's bedroom was right here. It was no bigger than this table in length. In width, it was probably this wide. So what I'm saying is if 2 people went inside this motherfucker, you would have bumped into each other within 2 to 3 steps. They said the kid was found, based on my FOIA, right there in the hallway. You didn't go in there. If you would have actually went in there, you would have to step over. You would have went in the basement and found the dogs that was in there. I have the tapes. I listened to the tapes. That's why Ty Flood is about to send these people to jail, because he even told y'all, he said, this is a felony. He had that blackness that came out of him. I don't know if you heard what Ty Flood said. He said, if someone doesn't do this, this is a felony.
But shouldn't that show you something about him? He's trying to protect 2 white firefighters.
You know,
even though they don't want.
Let me tell you this. Even though he's trying to protect them, baby, they gonna throw him to the wolves.
You know what? I don't even.
Hope they do.
Listen, you know what? I don't even believe this was a racist thing. You know, even though it was 2 white firefighters.
It wasn't racist. I'm saying it got racist when they got down there.
Even though it was 2 white firefighters and it was 2 black children, I don't believe this was a racist moment. I believe this was just a neglect of doing your job. I think it was laziness. I don't even think they went inside the house. Do y'all not hear me?
Right.
I just think they looked and said, hey, I access from my fire skills. I'm too tired. Maybe they have been drinking on the job. This is just assumptions here. The reason for them not going to the house, there is no way impossible, no way in hell that they went inside this house.
Right.
And if you listen to the tapes, like I said, they in trouble, and they can say whatever they want to.
No, but this is the point I want to make. Where I'm not saying that it was racist because they didn't know who it was. I'm not going with that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is when they got down there, everything was found out.
Right.
Because you heard the fire chief say it split.
Right.
It got split because
the morale was split because the union, and then you had
the unions telling them to stick for their.
It was mostly whites against the blacks as far as firefighters.
That's what I'm saying, because you had the blacks like, no, put the truth out there, and you got the union with the white firefighter. Because remember, when one of the firefighters, the vice president. So you got them saying, no, this our brother. I'm just saying allegedly, because I wasn't on the conversation.
Right.
But when they backing them and you got the blacks like, no, we just need to tell the truth. That's when it became racial, because once again, it was like, listen, man, it wouldn't be, you wouldn't have the split.
But the thing about it is, you wouldn't even went through this type of division. You wouldn't even be talking about a potential Neely cover up if he just would have let the shit ride as Chief Barden put it out there, suspended without pay. And I tell people, if Kyrie Irving, a basketball player, can get suspended for 5 games without pay. And I said this at council. It wasn't televised because Paul Heron wasn't there. He said, hey, I don't have to come to this. I'm not. And that's another story.
But that probably call came from.
Yeah, but we know, I believe, I can't allegedly. But what I'm saying is, I said, if Kyrie Irving can be suspended for 5 games without pay for simply sharing a tweet on a platform about a movie that he doesn't own, he didn't direct, then you can't tell me that 2 firefighters that didn't do their job, written in a report by a chief that has 30 years experience, shouldn't have been suspended without pay. It should have never been changed by the only person that can change it, Lioness Neely.
According to the charter.
Lioness Neely. So at the end of the day, regardless, I tell people, I say, yo, I don't care. I don't get mad when I see a person with a re-elect Neely sign out there. He's going to jail eventually. That's what I believe.
Hey, just like
wait, show vote if you want to.
5 indictments was coming for your mama.
Wait, show vote if you want to. What I heard is a real indictment is coming down. That's what I heard.
Won't he do it?
Yes.
I ain't lied about nothing. I ain't lied about nothing online. When I held up the CNN book on my picture, what happened? 2 days later, CNN article came out. When I said, hey, this is this, and this, so this is what I'm hearing. Go ahead, waste your vote on this guy if you want to. Hey, maybe he might get probation. I don't know.
I don't know. Get work release.
Maybe he might get work release. I think he's gonna get Gleasoned.
How you feel about the union going along? The union backing him, the fire union.
You know what? I mean, I can't speak on the fire union because
I can speak on unions.
I think they should stick together. I think that's. I mean, not if something that wrong like that, but I don't know. They have a tight knit company.
Usually the incumbents gets back by the union. I mean, they're holding the key to their contract.
But even when they know they're not nothing.
When they know they're not nothing.
I wanted
Let me tell you.
Oh, go ahead.
The president is local 1600 and the mayor don't even get along. Point blank. I'm just gonna say it. They don't get along at all. But because he needed them contracts signed for his people, he gonna do and he wanted the endorsement. It's a
give and take.
It's politics.
Oh man, they told me to do Worthy. I forgot. Did anybody got an ink pen?
Do Worthy?
Yeah.
You want a drawer?
No. Oh. Anybody got an ink pen? She just grades paper. It's fine.
Oh, that's it.
Point of order. Eric Mays, what are you talking about? We shouldn't have to deal with this.
They're threatening me. They're threatening me.
You know what's so sad? I have been here for 5 years, and you don't even understand what you're saying. And that's sad. That's sad. That's sad for me. 5 years. 5 years.
Can you do Carolyn Bryan for
5 years, Mace.
Can you do Carolyn Bryan for me?
And then they're gonna pan it off her.
She's so Where did she be getting these damn papers from? She be grading. Oh, they did say she got a new job. Though.
What are you? What are you doing here?
Phil said he done.
You wake up from giving a person 80% to saying point of order mid-sentence.
Right.
This is just it. Listen, she obviously does not want to be there.
She got the worst attendance of any council person. The person skipping school.
She
won by default.
I know.
No one ran against her.
Right.
Steve Barber did, but they
didn't put him on the ballot.
They didn't put this guy on the ballot.
That's you.
But what I'm saying is, this is what she does. She just sits there, she grades paper, and she says,
"That wasn't me, man.
What did you just say to me? Now, if I did that, you guys know. You know. I would be this, I would be that. This isn't right.
But y'all, you forgetting
this isn't fair.
Yeah, that's a fair.
This isn't fair.
Can you do Carolyn Bryant for me? That's Allie Hokenroder. Yeah, I call her Carolyn Bryant.
I really haven't watched her enough to really say I don't, I just think.
Okay, Mr. Mays, we're just going to move right along. Resolution number 127. Okay, Mr. Mays, we're here for the order. You've been acknowledged, and we're just going to keep moving right along. Next page, Mr. Mays. If you don't know what it means, I encourage you to go back and read it for yourself. We're moving right along. Let's go ahead, call the vote. Madam Clerk, thank you. Okay, Mr. Mays, you may be excused. Okay, Mr. Mays, come back in. Okay, we're going to move. That's all Allie do.
I really hope that Flint has been awoken or awakened. I don't know which word I should use.
When you got the
awaken to the lies.
Yeah, but when you got the sellouts pushing the agenda. I think Neely came in, man, brought all sellouts with him.
It's crazy. It's like
Sam and Bo.
But what I'm the sellouts because
even his voters are sellouts.
I said Sam and Bo.
Yeah.
You had in my mind. Neely, I'm talking to you directly. You had one job. Oh, there's a camera right there. You had one job to fix the pipes. 15%. If I can't fix, okay, let me explain something to you. Okay, so I got 15%, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to fix of the pipes. They are 1 year ahead of schedule.
10%. She fixed.
No, it was 10%.
No, I'm telling you, I seen 85%. I'm just saying by the numbers that I had. That I seen. But anyway.
He a liar though.
But just listen. 15% of the pipes.
Mm-hmm.
You are 1 year ahead of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way in hell you should be getting sued by the NRDC for failure to fix the pipes. You had multiple excuses day in, day out about why these pipes aren't fixed.
Oh, cool.
You had one job. So if the residents in the city of Flint are upset about the pipes not being fixed, that's just one thing. Forget about he's a liar. Forget about everything he tells you is false. The pipes aren't fixed.
The pipes,
the pipes aren't fixed.
The pipes, say it again.
If the pipes aren't fixed, I was trying to think of a Johnny Cochran style.
Oh, he must have quit.
If the pipes aren't fixed, he must not be.
Okay.
That sounded like it could have rhymed.
Yeah.
This is my thing. You didn't even fix the pipes. He doesn't even talk about that. He is sending out liar. I call it the liar flyer.
Liar flyer.
He is sending out multiple liar flyers. How many have you got? I got one from my grandmother. I was at her house. And if the pipes aren't fixed, you must be nixed. Philip, I like this guy, Philip, like right here. If the pipes aren't fixed,
you must be nixed.
You must be nixed. Like this just doesn't even make sense to me. This guy, let me tell you about the liar flyer, because I can talk about this shit all day. On the liar flyer, this guy had saved the city from bankruptcy. You saved the city from a bankruptcy you almost put it in from your neglect. And the $24 million that Mayor Weaver left behind that you claim to find, it evaporated during your tenure. What did you do with the $24 million?
Right.
What did you do with the $24 million that she left to fix the pipes 1 year ahead of time. You want to talk about money missing? You want to talk about these? This is a liar flyer here. Y'all get me upset here.
No,
and I ain't even
we
upset.
just letting you go ahead.
I ain't even upset. Because I'm telling you, don't get mad, vote. But what I'm trying to tell y'all, this stuff do not make sense. This guy is bragging. That's just me. Listen, okay. That's just saying, hey,
I got you.
Boom. I'm dating a girl, right? I punch her in her face. Domestic violence all day, right? And I brag about it. I send her a flag to her house and say, hey, I took you to the hospital. Wasn't I the cause for you going to the hospital?
Yeah.
Wasn't the bankruptcy that I put you into? And if the ARPA funds weren't there, this city would have been in a state takeover again. You would have had a murder.
He passed 3 balanced budgets.
Let me explain something to you. If the ARPA funds weren't there and they weren't able to finagle $15 million that could have went to the residents but they wasn't never going to residents. They were going to go to other corporations. But I'm just saying, if he wouldn't have finagled that money from the ARPA, then we would have been under state emergency management once again.
I got a question.
That's what people don't understand. That's what people fail to realize.
I got a question.
He wanted to bankrupt this city.
Yeah, I know, but I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Where did he hold his victory party at last time?
The White Horse.
The White Horse? Who run the White Horse?
Nobody knows.
No, I'm saying who was at the White Horse? So he ran, that was his voting block, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just wondering who won the White Horse, that's all. Because it seemed like he didn't throw it on the north side where the blacks was at.
Put me out here.
It was at the White Horse.
I don't know.
So it was with the other people, huh? I get it.
I mean, he wasn't gonna go. He held. I think as far as he went into the
but he wanted that 25% of the black vote though, right? But he had his thing at the White Horse.
I think, you know what? And I tell people this is not a white or black thing. This is not a Hispanic thing, because everybody was poisoned by the water in the city of Flint. So I think when we start talking about divides between colors and where this person is held, that is completely irrelevant to the situation at hand. I talk to a lot of undocumented immigrants on the east side that can't even. Me too.
Okay, I didn't even know people was like here.
Yeah, that's here from like no vota. You know, yo hablo español perfecto. That's why they call me the pandemic poppy. So when I go and speak to these people, and you got to think about these, we have a whole subsect of people that were poisoned that can't even make a claim to file for money. Think about this stuff.
You're right.
You got a whole subsect of people that said you had Neely when Dr. Karen Weaver said they brung a piggy bank when they should have brought a bricks truck. I watched this coward, Sheldon Andre Neely, go on TV and says, yo, she shouldn't have said that. You know, this is the floor and not the ceiling. Well, damn it, we at the motherfucking basement right now. And I'm sorry for cussing to anybody out there that don't like cussing. Close your ears. This is the AD Uncensored show. Thank you. So when he said this is the floor and not the ceiling, not even 2 weeks later, you had McLaren drop out where they gave like $5 to $6 million back to McLaren, which took the settlement money down even lower. You don't even hear about the settlement right now. What's going on with the settlement? You know?
Them people won't even see. They won't even start into 2024. They say.
How can you can't even talk about the settlement because the pipes ain't even fixed. I don't even care about no settlement. Take my settlement money, fix the pipes.
It ain't that much to fix them. You only get you're an adult. If
Listen,
you only get $1,000 case of capital.
I heard it was gonna be $300 once everything was said and done. Yeah. But that's neither there.
I mean, you already got it.
20 million.
Okay. You already got you $300.
20 million. I know. I might have got all my numbers right because don't worry about what's in my cup. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is I'm giving y'all some right facts though. So that's why when he linked up with Gretchen Whitmer, I'm thinking about her claims. I'm going to fix the damn roads. I almost made a video and said, I'm going to fix the damn pipes. Because it's the same lie to me.
Yeah.
Liars, cowards, hang together. Birds of a feather flock together. You understand what I'm saying?
People ask me, Jeremy, what do you think about this? Because people ask me all the time. Well, what do you think about Tudor Dixon? How come she's not getting the publicity from the Republican Party? You know what my answer is? Yeah. The same ones that back her are backing Gretchen, so it really don't matter.
Yeah, the thing about Tudor Dixon is, because I talked to a lot of Republicans and things of that nature, she is what they call a rhino, a Republican in name only. And I call Gretchen Whitmer a dino, a Democrat in name only. You know, her father was a Republican, her dad was a Democrat, or vice versa.
No, her father was a Republican.
Okay, father was a Republican, dad was a Democrat.
No, mother, you keep saying
mother,
dad.
okay. One of those two. She had a split family. One was a Republican, one was a Democrat. Can we agree to that? Right. Anyways, what I'm saying, I believe she's a dino. She's a rhino. And it really doesn't matter with them, because at the end of the day, but I do believe, you know, it's like the lesser of two evils. And I tell people this all the time. If she wins, she wins, but it won't be on my accord. Like, I didn't mark her name. I didn't vote straight Democratic ticket. I'll tell you some people I did. If y'all going out there and vote for that, y'all need to support. Dr. Pamela Pugh. She's running for state board of education.
Pam Pugh.
Definitely want to look out for her. I voted for, in the school board, I voted for
Audrey Young.
I did. Listen, can I tell the people I voted for?
This her show.
Oh, she ain't even said nothing. I did. I voted for Young. I voted for McIntosh. And I voted for Clack.
Okay, brother.
I voted for Brother Clack. I believe women should have the right to choose. So that's what I was like, yo, I don't think men should be making that decision. So I think I voted yes on that. I voted for Kildy. Shout out Kildy, Viking, even though I don't like y'all Vikings.
Damn, I'm about to cut this
couple
off.
Oh, my bad. But anyways, y'all go out there and really, he's in a race with Millionaire Trust Fund baby Paul Young. So go out there and show Kildy some love out there. I voted for Mary Hood. Yeah, definitely. I voted for Mary Hood for judge. Okay. And that's the thing. And I want to talk about that for a moment. You had Judge Beagle that Mary Hood worked up under for countless years, was doing everything that he was doing. And this guy went and endorsed her opponent. And you had Neely teeter-totting and gave Beagle the key to the city just recently. Yeah. Think about this. I'm just trying how slime ball
I'm gonna talk to you after we go out there and you'll see my point.
How slime ball of a guy this guy is. Yeah. He invited Mary Hood, put her up in the nosebleed seat somewhere. You know what I'm saying? This guy is not for the people.
But he took a picture with her opponent.
He's a sheeple.
Y'all don't see it though, right?
No, I'm just telling you, he is. Yeah. I'm like I said, what I'm trying to tell you, he took a picture with her opponent.
Right.
He wants those votes. But at the end of the day, like I said, I believe, like I said, I don't know if you're gonna call them white Caucasians. I think they are finally waking up, because I've been out there in the streets. Last time I was out in the streets with Dr. Karen Weaver, I seen a Caucasian lady cry. Right. And she said, "Thank you for being a voice for the voiceless." Mm-hmm. And I was just like, man, that almost made me cry. It was like an Obama type moment for me to see this. And I was just like, people are waking up to this guy's lies. And I just hope it's in time. And I just hope that we can finish this guy off. And I want to say this politically. Right. Finish him off, because I don't want this is love speech here.
Yeah.
You can finish this guy off. People just get up. Hey, listen, for one day, I'm asking y'all to get up, go vote. If you're 18 and over, get up, go vote. You can vote same day registration and go vote downtown. You will have from like 7 in the morning to 8 at night. Yeah. And I want y'all to get out there and go vote. And you can really make a change and make a difference in your city. If you're tired of not being accepted downtown, if you're tired of places not being open on Sunday where you can't even eat in the city downtown, if you're tired of, there is no diversity and inclusion. And when I say diversity, I'm not even, listen, I'm talking to the white people too, but I'm saying there's no diversity. When you have 1 to 2 people that own all of downtown, that's not diversity. I don't care what color you are. Even if it was one or two black people that own everything, I would still be singing the same song saying, you know what? I'm the type of person like this. I don't want to go inside a Chinese food restaurant and a black person is making my rice. It may sound racist, I don't know, but I will leave out. Because this is a Chinese food dish. What I'm saying is there are capable Chinese people probably within the city of Flint that can cook this.
So you know about Chester's chicken?
Chester's chicken.
Chicken from the gas station.
No, I never do that. I'm just telling you, this type of person I am. I'm just trying to let you know what type of person I am. What I'm saying is, when you have Mexican restaurants and there's not even a Mexican inside the building, I got a problem because I know some Mexican people, this is their heritage. You are stripping these, you are a culture vulture. I don't like culture vultures, and that's my problem.
Yeah.
I don't like people that prey on a person's culture to profit. And that's where I'm at with it. So I think there should be more diversity within Flint. And at the end of the day, I say, dang, you can never get back downtown because it has been sold out, it's been bought. But what we can do is you got places on the east side, you got places on the north side that you can build up. And you got promoters in here. You got people going way out to JWs. You got capable promoters that can make people travel. So if you can have people travel over there, we can build up our own, we call this shit, in honor of them that actually controls Flint. We can call this shit, they got downtown, we call this shit uptown.
Right.
Y'all go downtown, whoever you want to be down there, yo, you can have that. Let's go create uptown on the east side or uptown. I look at Detroit where I live at. You understand what I'm saying? They say I live in downtown area, but it's really the east side. It was just expanded on. So why can't we do this in Flint? Why can't we go build up restaurants and hotels and all of the land that's around here?
They doing it, but they buying up the land. I was telling Sister Audrey today.
No, you need
they got
leadership.
the schools.
I'm telling
y'all.
The
schools for sale, but it's not the schools that the people want. It's the land. Wow. It's the land around here that people are trying to get. Like you say, you live in Detroit.
Right.
I remember 15 to maybe 20, 25 years ago, Livernois.
Yeah.
You better have your gun if you walking down the street.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I don't remember. No,
but it's way better.
But on this part of Livernois, by the bakery and this, I think.
But what I'm saying is,
they walking down with their dogs. They got dogs.
It's so many people. It's so many people with food trucks and things of that nature. Why can't we go get a strip of land on the east side and we have our own
food truck area
where we are accepted.
But y'all don't never want to keep looking.
Where we are accepted. I don't want to go nowhere where I'm not accepted.
Yeah, but it's leadership, though. You got to keep going. I don't
know, Adrian, I don't know if it was true when I was out with Alana. We went to this restaurant. We sitting there. People they came and talked to these people right here. We just sitting there. We just chilling. We like. I was like, I'm ready to go. I was like, yeah, me too. She was like, I was going to say, because you was staying. I'm like, listen, I'm going to get up and leave anywhere where you don't want me to be at.
Right.
I don't want to spend my money nowhere where they don't want me at.
Right.
You're not going to force me to spend my money with you and you don't even want my money. You're not even going to respect my money.
But we doing that.
We do it because we have no other place to go.
We're going to buy Gucci.
Because we have no other place to go.
We got blacks who build things, but we as they say, we've been programmed to be consumers.
Yeah, we
programmed to buy from them and not us.
Right.
I'm just being honest with you.
I haven't even gotten to the point where Neely said. I mean, it tastes a little different, probably because it comes from the source and doesn't have to travel so far down the pipeline. But this guy was one of the main purporters, and that's what my commercial was about. He was pushing Flint River down y'all back. That's why Eric May said, I know who was the main proponent of the Flint River. So not only have y'all allowed the person that, I ain't gonna say he was director because he was a peon then. He's grew up to being a super peon now. But back then he was just a peon when he was telling people drink the Flint River. Now the same people, you got to think about all of these people. You go look at his books. Go look at the people that's funding this guy. All of these people poison y'all.
They ain't walling.
that was responsible for it. Why are they? Why are they doing this? Because they have a vested interest in the KWA, and I've been saying this since day one. My story has not changed, and I said it was a fraudulent bond deal that allowed KWA to even be in there in the first place.
You sound like Art. Art said the same.
And I've always said this though. At one point in time, he wasn't singing that tune, and I was sharing all this information.
Oh, ain't Flo then popped in on us.
Oh, hey.
Rennie Lee then popped in on here.
Hey, I'm Flo. How you doing?
Vote Weaver.
She's all right with me, you know.
Yeah, I'm telling her to vote Weaver.
I mean, regardless, like I said, regardless of who, I mean, I'm like this. I want black people to vote because eventually, if they start taking people's reproductive rights and things of that nature, eventually, if you get in the habit of not voting, you're going to become a slave. Not me, because I'm a leader this country. But what I'm saying is, people get in the habit of saying, hey, I'm not going to go vote. You want to have low voter turnout. Eventually, you are going to be a slave.
Man, you still got people that vote that got plantation.
I tell people, if you are happy with your pipes not being done, vote nearly. Yeah. If you are happy with crime hitting record numbers, 67 homicides in 2021, and being lied to on the news, vote nearly. I tell people this all the time. Listen, man, look, it'll be a sad day. I'm gonna cry for the residents of the city of Flint, right? But I'm not gonna cry. You're gonna see me. I'm probably gonna be like, dang, I'm gonna be hurt just because I know Dr. Karen Weaver cares more for the residents. Yeah. But it's only gonna last for me for a day. I'm gonna be like, damn, it's messed up. Right. All right, Adrian. I'm out. See you later. All right, Wyntis. All right, Mickey.
I was saying for me.
I'm just saying. I would be going to. This is what I would say though. Yeah. This is what I would be like. I'd be like, dang, that's messed up for them. They got 4 years of this. 4 years of mediocrity. Mm-hmm. Like I hope that the promises, the lies that he tell y'all come true. Right. I hope that he delivers on his lies. But one thing about me is that I'm never gonna say after today. I'm never gonna mention this guy's name again. It's not personal. It's politics. I won't either. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's politics.
My last day ever speaking.
Yeah, I ain't thinking about him no more because the only reason I say something because I see a lot of his support.
I even voted for his wife. That's what I said. I'm just telling you.
Because I see a lot.
Because I believe.
But see, I see a lot of his supporters are. No, I ain't with that, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. Fuck that. I don't mean to be cussing. Understand it? I'm not with the fuck shit. What I mean by that, I'm not gonna vote for her just because she up in there. Went on your own. You couldn't do no debates. I'm just saying, she's no different than him. She might be a good person.
I'm gonna tell you why. I did though personally.
Go ahead.
Because that seat, it was a gerrymander. It was redistrict for a black person to represent the city of Flint. And I just personally, this is how I personally feel. Yeah. I don't feel like a Republican should have that seat, and because she's the only Democrat. Now, I could have been spiteful and said, hey, I'm not going to vote for her. She ain't never did nothing to me. She never lied to me and said, drink the Flint River water. She never failed to fix the pipes.
Did she, hold on, answer this one. Okay. Did she tell you not to drink it?
I mean, she wasn't in that position at that time.
I just asked her simple. Listen, I'm not in that position. I still tell people don't drink.
I know. I mean, but what I'm saying is I never had no conversation.
Yeah, but if you go along with the fuckery, did you see? Hold up.
I can't say she didn't.
No, I'm not saying she's a bad person. Have you seen her step on say something about what's going on?
Ouch. Ouch.
Have you seen? Jeremy, I'm being serious. Have you seen her step on and say anything about the fire to cover up anything?
I'm voting definitely Republican myself.
I'm not. Man, I was voting.
I don't believe that seat because I know the history of that.
No, I get it, but this is what I'm looking at.
Now, if I knew
them saying,
I voted for Trevor, and
you can't vote for Trevor if you voted.
This was during the primary.
Answer this question.
So, because I was a Republican.
Was it blacks in on that redistricting?
But
was it blacks in on that redistricting?
I don't know the person that she's running against.
No, was it blacks in on when they was redistricting?
Yeah.
That's why I could care less for that. Because y'all sit up there and let this go down for, like you said, the blacks had it, but you had our own that was helping them give it away. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go along with that. Yeah, I get you.
Telling you how I personally feel. And that's just me. I can get up here and give you a political thing. I can be like Neely and say, hey, lie to y'all.
I mean,
sometimes
talk about his lies.
Sometimes lies sound better than.
Dude, listen, let me tell you something.
Always sound better than
this is the difference with me with a lot of people.
Right.
It could be my broad. We'd be in the crib beefing. If like all this stuff is coming out, the babies, I probably would have moved out. Like, no, we're not finna play that game.
Right.
Take this. Now that's what I'm saying. I get it. Most people be saying. I'm just telling you, my girl, I would tell on my mama if she was living like if up under these circumstances.
Yeah.
Dude, you seen that woman crying when she said she want justice. That's all I'm saying.
I did.
I'm not here, but I'm saying you got the right to step up. It take like you said, they cowards.
Right.
And that's I don't want nobody like that.
Like I said, at the end of the day, hopefully, like I said, once Mayor Weaver wins, she was gonna have to go and work with Cynthia Neely to get the best for Flint.
I ain't say she wouldn't do it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I just,
she's gonna have to work with children.
Well,
because, you know what?
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, I wanna move Flint forward.
Cynthia is a beautiful person. I have no issues with Cynthia. She's nice. I lost respect for him a little bit. This is before we even fell out.
Mm-hmm.
When I personally feel like he put her up to run. She has never, ever had any interest in politics. She does not even like talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
When we go out, we went out to dinner one time. He's out there shaking hands, and she came right to the back of the restaurant. She was like, "Oh, I just can't deal with all those people."
Uh-huh.
So he did that to her. Why would you put your wife up to something?
Because you know why? Because you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Have you seen every other Republicans who started? I ain't gonna say Republican, Democrats too. When they lost out, they put their wives in them seats. This ain't start with him. This was a game plan that they seen when the men's wasn't getting in no more. They started putting their wives in.
It worked. It worked.
And that's all they see. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. It was just a game plan.
I wouldn't put her up there to make a fool of herself.
Because
I didn't see the other guy. Like I said, I did see. That's why I voted for Trevor. I didn't know Trevor from a can of paint as well. I had voted for him in the primary because I did see him like out in the community. I seen him attempting to go even with Rich Jones and stuff like that. We're having debates and things of that nature, and that's why I voted for him. But what I'm saying is, when it came down to these two people, I'm just telling you, that's what I did. If it was if she was running against somebody else, if she was running against a tree, I probably would have voted for the tree because that I know a tree that I've seen within the neighborhood. I would have voted the tree over her. I'm just telling you, it's just how I am.
I need to talk.
Yeah. Neither one of them talks. Neither one of them talks.
Y'all close it out, brother.
No. So let me.
This is Uncensored.
Let me close it out.
Adrian.
Let me close it out by saying this.
How you gonna close out the show? We ain't even had nothing to say yet.
Go ahead. My bad.
Wyntis, you've been on all day. Go ahead, AD.
I will hand this mic over to JD.
No, listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Just let me talk to people.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I thank everybody for tuning in to 810 News Media Group pre-election day coverage. Now, if we have not done our job today to convince you to vote for Karen Weaver tomorrow for mayor, then I don't know where we went wrong. We have been live since 8 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
8, then 11 to 12. Go back and watch. I implore you to go back and watch them. If you're just now joining in, we got a lot of people on here. Go back and watch the 8 o'clock where we did the Bethel line, the water line, when the water is good, but they're still giving out water. Then go watch 11 o'clock, Miss Shawnee Davis, who's seeking justice for her son, Vontrice Davis, that was killed in the alleged police chase on Pearson and MLK. Then at 12 o'clock, we had lunch with Mayor Weaver. At 1 o'clock, we had Eric Mays. At 2 o'clock, we had Arthur Woodson. At 3 o'clock, we had Sister Audrey Muhammad. At 4-ish, we had Omar Sims. And now at 5, we got AD Uncensored.
Yeah.
Along with Jeremy Drummond.
The pandemic prophet.
The pandemic prophet.
I had my name officially changed.
So you changed it to pandemic prophet?
The pandemic prophet.
All right.
Can I say?
Go ahead.
All right. So I want to tell everybody out there that's watching. Listen, I implore you to go vote for Dr. Karen Weaver, and not only go vote yourself, take a friend. So those people that voted for her in the primary, if you just take one additional person, she will win with flying colors.
Yes, sir.
And I tell people that you take your friends out to the clubs, you take your friends out to do ratchet activities.
Yeah.
Take them out to vote. Do something for your community.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna leave you with that. Dr. Karen Weaver is the best choice. November 8th, tomorrow.
Please exercise your right.
Look, Russell Simmons, thank you for coming.
Yeah, come on, Russ, get it
Come
on
on,
right.
Russ,
Come on, get it. AD, set us out.